Hello, people! Today I'm going to do that thing that I think you're supposed to do. At least I think that, well, actually I'm not sure because, but still, today I'm going to do that thing that a lot of vloggers do, in which I'm just gonna say some words about what I've done during my day. But don't worry, I'm not gonna bore you with the details of my mundane existence, but rather just share this little musing I had just now. I just had this musing and figured I'd throw on the camera, And that is that I'm starting to seriously wonder if people find me intimidating. And I don't know, that might sound like a very strange thing to say, but it's something I'm really starting to wonder. And I figure, is that a thing, when you get older and everything? Because, I'm an adult now, I haven't been an adult for a very long time, and I'm still kind of used to being treated as a kid, being patronized, whatever. But it really kind of feels like that. That's something that's changing, and whether that's positive, negative, whatever, that's up to you. And I feel like I'm some sort of cliched PSA when I use these words, and I am sorry, but the intimidation thing, to the point, the thing that made me think this, because this isn't anything that has happened before. I've never thought about this before. I've never tried to be intimidating. I've never thought that I looked intimidating. No one's ever told me as much. I don't know. But the thing that made me think this now is that just now, on my way home, on the tram, I was just sitting on the tram, staring out blankly into space, completely dead-eyed, as you usually do on the tram when your phone is out of battery and you have nothing to keep yourself entertained. And I noticed these two people kept looking at me, kind of staring almost even, you might say, kind of laughing between themselves, kind of whispering little things, not trying the best to be subtle, but failing, but, well, not really, but, well, maybe not really trying, because what they were doing is they were just one step from going, oh, look there, look at that person, oh god, and, at first I just kind of ignored them, because that's what you do, you don't want any sort of contact with people you don't know, unless it's absolutely necessary. But after a while, I started to wonder, I was just, why do they keep doing this? And they were standing right in front of me, so it was obvious, they were looking at me and they were staring, and, and I kind of glanced at them a couple of times first, and they looked back, and I was like, whatever, it's none of my business. At first, I just kind of figured they're probably just having a laugh over my appearance, or something like that. They're like, oh, look at that strange-looking person. Not that I even look very strange today, because I have a habit of dressing in a rather peculiar, unusual manner. So, most days I would just be like, oh, they're just laughing at my hat or something like that. Whatever, But this time I was like, I started to wonder, and I got legitimately curious, so I looked over and I just asked them, why do you keep staring at me? Completely neutral, I didn't try to be negative or anything, maybe I might have come across as a bit negatively inclined, simply because I was tired, but I just asked, why do you keep staring at me? And just instantly I see these people just kinda look back, and they seem to be a bit insecure, and one of them just kinda quietly stammered out, you have pretty eyes, and I have no idea what to make of that. I figured that was like, okay, they're obviously having a laugh at my appearance, they're making fun, whatever, I don't know, but they just kinda did that, and then they looked a bit awkward, and one of them said to the others, like, let's go stand over there instead, and they just kinda moved away, and they had to go past me, and, I didn't really care, and I should add, I forgot, when I got a response, as I didn't really know what to make of that, I was just like, okay, and then I just went back to staring into space. And you know, they just kind of moved out. They had to go past me, just kind of creeping by, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, why do they look so? Because they seemed like they were intimidated. It seemed like they found me intimidating, and you know, nothing's like that. Well, maybe something like that's possibly happened before when I think about it, because you know, it sometimes happens when you have interactions with strangers and just haven't really noticed what people are, how people have actually reacted. But similar things have happened, you know, where people have obviously been making fun of my appearance, whatever, not making fun, but having a laugh over it, you know, amongst themselves, you know, and I might have like responded with something, and they just kind of keep giggling or laughing, and I was like, oh, this person responded with this or that, you know, and you know, my response to them is even more funny, and you know, they keep having fun, so you know, I'm kind of used to that. That's like, okay, whatever. But this was the first time someone's just kind of stopped, you know, they just stopped. The smiles were just wiped off the faces, and they just looked down and they walked away. And I just don't know what to make of that, you know? I just felt like, is that a thing? Am I intimidating? Am I an intimidating person? Do I have... Because, you know, I know for a fact I don't tend to go around smiling like an idiot, you know? I tend to have a bit intense eyebrows thing going on, you know? I might go around just kind of... My default facial expression tends to be a bit this, pretty much, you know. I usually just find that I look more skeptical than anything else. That's what other people often tell me, or either skeptical or just kind of sad and tired. Which, you know, most of those things are pretty true. But never intimidating. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I just feel like I've repeated myself a bunch of times here. I'm not really sure where else to go with that, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess also worth mentioning is that this was how I was dressed. I had my hood on and everything. That's why I had my hood on now. I usually don't have my hood on indoors, so don't call me out for being one of those assholes with the hood on indoors, because I just did this to show like this, so that you would get the same impression as the people on the tram. This is exactly how I dressed. So I just don't know, you know? Am I intimidated? I just don't know what to make with that information, you know? It's like, that doesn't necessarily like disturb me. Then I'm like, oh no, I'm intimidating. I need everyone to think that I'm a cuddly, fucking, I don't even know, pleasant arse tit. I don't know, I'm just saying words at this point, you know, because I don't want to be, you know, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't try to be intimidating, you know, I'm not a violent person or anything, I don't hurt people, I don't mean to hurt people, I don't try to be intimidating, but then it's like, what opportunities arise with this, and what doors are closed, you know? It's like, will I be able to scare people into submission? Not that I really want to do that, but is that a thing? I don't know. And, you know, maybe you're sitting there thinking that I'm the least intimidating, most ridiculous looking person in the world, and you're just having a laugh at me, like, oh, does this person seriously think they're intimidating? That is absolutely laughable, you know? And that's just the thing, I don't know, and I don't like not knowing, I guess, is what I'm taking away from this. And, I mean, I already knew that, I already know that I'm a person who doesn't like to not know things. And, yeah, no, I'm gonna keep saying yeah and no a lot more times, and I'm gonna go, yeah, because that seems to be what I do. And then maybe I'll repeat myself a couple of more times, but, yeah, no, I think that's all I wanted to say, and I'm gonna turn off this damn vlog now, because now I just feel like I am being awkward, and at least I can recognize